Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate you all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome. It's good to have you. And our topic for you today, it's simple strategies to fix your gym business when times are tough. Simple strategies to fix your gym business when times are tough. Now, as a quick reminder before we get started, my focus, my mission here on the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to like the videos, when you choose to offer comments, and when you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, now would be a great time to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And for you folks that are looking to open a new gym and you need funding, or you're an existing operator and you need funding for expansion, for marketing, for staff, for equipment, we can help you with financing and funding. Be sure to check out those links below. And again, for you folks that are brand new at this, we can provide funding, up to $400,000 with a minimum credit score of 680 in each credit bureau and a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the two previous years. So if you're looking for funding, check out those links. We can help you with it. And so with that said, let's get into our topic here today. And it's simple strategies to fix your gym business when times are tough. And so number one on my list is, look at the big picture. Make sure we stay, big picture focused on this. And one of the things that I would suggest is on your business plan, and of course if you don't have a business plan, my recommendation is you want to get one because that is your roadmap to success. You can check out the links below. We could help you with that if needed. But that business plan is your roadmap for success. And one of the things you want to be able to do is you want to be working on key objectives every day of this business plan, but be looking at the big picture of how you want this to look. Even if things aren't tough for you, maybe you want to sell down the road and you want to be preparing for that. What do I mean? Well, make sure your books are clean. Make sure your club, is as new today as the day that it first opened. Make sure your sales are on an upward swing. Those kind of things. But stay focused on the big picture. Usually the best place to go on this, again, is going to be your business plan. Number two, inventory your staff. Inventory your staff. And there's a lot of things we could really talk about here when it comes to, my topic of inventorying your staff. But the thing is, everybody has to be productive. Everybody is in sales. Everybody plays a role. And if we have folks that aren't suited for that role, let's look at making a shift there. Maybe they can go to a different department. They can do something else. Maybe they go part-time for a while. In some cases you may have to make some cuts, but inventory your staff. You have to have people that are producing, when times are tough. And the other thing that I would really add to this is make sure that we're really creating that culture whereby we can hire, the best people in the marketplace. And what are we doing to train? What kind of management training do we have? What's the uniqueness of why should I go to work for you instead of somebody else? Okay, so really inventory your staff and making sure we're really creating that atmosphere that allows a motivated person to act. Number three, you want to ensure access to cash. You want to ensure access to cash. So we're talking about strategies to fix your gym business when times are tough. When times are tough, you don't want to find yourself cash strapped. Make sure you have access to it. I talked about it earlier, but check out the links below. Whether you're a new operation, whether you're an existing operation, we can help you with funding. If you don't have access right now to cash, or you don't have it kind of socked away, check out those links. This is a must, because if you find yourself in a situation where times are tough and maybe another hiccup comes, it could put you in a tough spot. So ensure access to cash, and it could be investors, it could be other things, but make sure that you have access to that. Number four on our list of how to fix your gym business when times are tough: start sweating the small stuff. Start sweating the small stuff. And we always hear, don't sweat the small stuff, but here's what I mean by this when I say sweat the small stuff. Be looking at the little details. the little details of what happens on a daily basis. And let's look at sales. How many new leads are we producing every day? Not how many new leads is marketing bringing in, that's another category, but how many leads are we producing every day? How many new leads? Maybe you've got a quota, you want to have 10 every day. Do it every day, you're adding 300 new leads, to your pipeline. This is crucial because it's going to be impossible to have any kind of movement without people to talk to. So I've got new leads coming in every day. How many outbound calls are we making every day? Okay, I know most folks are probably texting and emailing, but how many calls are we making? How many attempts are we making to engage with a customer? How many contacts are we making? How many appointments do we have every day when you walk into your gym? I'll give you an example. Say you've got 8 in a day. Say 4 show up and 2 join. You might have better percentages than that, but say those are your numbers. If you want 2 sales a day, all of a sudden the secret becomes, let's get 8 appointments a day. Are you monitoring your appointments? Do you know your conversion rate? Okay. Do we know our staff? What objections do they have difficulty with? Are they getting the powerful why on the tour? These are all little things that they're easy to forget when times get tough. We kind of start looking at other things that are happening. Stay focused on these things because this is the foundation that's going to make your gym great. Number 5, do not sacrifice quality. Okay, you're going through a tough time. Okay, do not sacrifice quality. I mentioned it earlier, but we want to make sure our gym looks as new today as the day that it first opened. And sometimes, if times are tough, the capital's not there to spend. Sometimes just a fresh coat of paint, maybe it's some new carpet, maybe you rearrange the equipment. Maybe you're not buying, $100,000, worth of exercise equipment. Maybe it's simply those kinds of things. Because I know we've had situations in some older clubs where we would simply rearrange it and made all the difference in the world. But don't sacrifice quality. Don't sacrifice the member experience. If anything, let's get better at that because that can really make the difference. Because once you do get someone signed up, let's make sure we keep them. And then number 6, the bottom line. You got to stay focused on the bottom line. I know when I walk in to a turnaround situation with a gym, that's the first thing. We need to make sure we get this thing in the black immediately. Okay, and so we start looking at, hey, who we're going to pay, who we're not, and what do we have to pay to stay open? What's going to produce this business? What's going to help move us forward? We're going to communicate with everybody. We want everybody to know where we're at and what our intentions are, but make sure that the bottom line is you have money in that bank account every single day. And sometimes this is a matter of being creative. You can check the channel on how to write a plan of action, because one of the things we talk about on the plan of action is roadblocks and setbacks. And you get roadblocks and setbacks. Okay, now what's the plan? Because at no point are we ever going to stop or are we ever going to lower the goals. The goals are going to stay the same. Maybe they might even go up, okay, and we're going to persevere through it. So stay focused on that bottom line. Every day it has to be a positive. Don't make that an option. So folks, again, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here today. And just a quick reminder again, my focus, my mission here on the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can, to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to hit that subscribe button. So if you've not yet done so, now would be a great time to do it, to subscribe to the channel. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how I can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then again, for you folks that are looking to open a new gym, for you folks that have an existing operation, you need funding, we can help with funding for up to $400,000 with a minimum credit score of 680 in each bureau, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and then a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. So check out those links below. We can help you get that done. It's a rather simple process, actually. So again, appreciate you being here, and we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.